My name is Evan, and in this video, it is the fourth of a five-part series on vegan businesses and investing. And in this video, we're going to be covering wellness products and health insurance for those in the States and what to know before investing. And if you're brand new to this channel, I post different entrepreneurship and online digital marketing videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the odd investment video every so often, as you could probably tell. And if you got some value from this video, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button, as well as give me a like as well, and drop me a comment or whatever. Tell me that I need a haircut. Like, look at this stuff. So in this video, it is the fourth in the five-part series, like I just mentioned, on vegan businesses and investing. And I'm going to be focusing this one on wellness products and health insurance and why it's a great investment opportunity for those that are either vegan as well as people that are outside of veganism as well, because there's more and more people are jumping on the vegan train. Sorry, voice cracked right there. I'm so awkward. But more and more people are jumping on the vegan train. And as you can tell in Google Trends, it's actually since 2015, vegan movement has actually shifted more and more up and up, and it's not slowing down. A trend usually only lasts maybe 6 months to 18 months. This has lasted well more than 3 years now, and right now it's February of 2019, so it's lasted since about like end of 2015, early 2016 is when the vegan movement really started to go, and now more and more government policies are being shifted toward veganism, as well as more consumers are getting more consumers are having more accessibility to vegan products and plant-based products, which is excellent. So this one I'm going to touch on wellness products and health insurance. And if you stick all the way to the end of this video, I'll share a link on a free ebook. You can only get for free through this link, a free ebook on five different companies to invest in that are in the vegan community, as well as a link to a company called Vegan Launch, who does all vegan investing, all that sort of jargon for you. So let's get right into it. And three things to know before investing into wellness and health insurance products. So the big thing is reversing preventable diseases and death. You can look up Dr. Michael Greger on this, as well as there's a doctor named Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, whose recent peer-reviewed studies have actually, I'm not too sure if it's recent, within the last 10 years or a bit longer, who have actually been able to show a reverse in atherosclerosis, so heart disease, in just by advising his patients and pretty much giving them subscriptions to plant-based medicines and plant-based whole foods, so like vegetables and all that sort of fun stuff, and how that actually reversed his patient's cholesterol levels and reversed atherosclerosis, which is the clogging up arteries, which causes heart attacks and heart disease. So the more of these clinics and health insurance policies and wellness products that come out that actually show that actually help reverse people's preventable diseases, because there's a lot of different diseases that are out there that are actually just caused by the foods that we eat and consume. So I would highly recommend looking up Dr. Michael Greger and following him. I'll link his channel in the description as well as the comment section down below, so you can check out some of his content. He's very knowledgeable on this subject. He doesn't just talk about veganism; he talks about a whole bunch of different health and wellness issues, and he's very scientific. Goes through a lot of the peer review studies as well, and he's just great. I can't say enough good things about him. But that's one of the things about investing into this. As the age of the internet and there's more accessibility to information, and people have become more accessible to actually peer-reviewed studies where they don't have to get it from the media anymore, where the media is that middleman. And the media, a lot of the times, they have a lot of corporate sponsors that might be in the animal agriculture business, and they don't necessarily want this information going out there. But now that the information is more freely available, as well as it's more accessible, where sometimes you have to pay in order to read some studies, which I do recommend that you actually do and get a subscription to some of these peer-reviewed study resources. But as more and more people start to learn about reversing preventable diseases and death through plant-based foods, it's only going to keep growing and growing for more wellness products inside of the vegan investment community. So it's a great way to get in there and use your investment dollars in a more cruelty-free way, and it's more profitable because it's only going to skyrocket from here. Lowering taxes and a shifting tax policy. So this is something because we live in a welfare state in Canada as well as the States. States also has a welfare system, even though they don't like to talk about that, where a lot of the healthcare is covered through government and shifting more towards plant-based medicines, it actually will lower the cost of subsidies that go out to the pharmaceutical companies that promote a lot of like drugs in order to reverse different health diseases. When it actually the best drugs to prevent diseases and death are actually the foods that we can get at a grocery store. So a lot of, or even at farms or anything like that. So whole foods, plant-based foods, vegetables, legumes, all that sort of fun stuff. Great documentary to look at some Whole Foods plant-based foods is Forks Over Knives. Great documentary to kind of go into there and look, but it causes a ripple effect into this. So it will actually end up lowering taxes because less and less people will be getting sick for getting their quadruple bypass surgeries and going in there, checking their cholesterol levels and preventing and using huge like government money and subsidies in order to get pharmaceutical drugs to lower their blood pressure and all this sort of stuff when you can actually just get it at a grocery store and just buy some whole food plant-based food. So more and more physicians and doctors, because a lot of people go to their doctors for recommendations on health plans and such. And doctors, a lot of the time, they're not. I don't want to say this free nilly, but a friend of mine, her mom's a doctor, and she told me that they barely got any training on nutrition. They might have only got a course or two in their 8 years of becoming a practicing doctor. So it's really crazy how people just assume that doctors know a lot about nutrition when they may not have even been as educated on this subject as much as what they probably should be. So it's best to do your own research, talk to a nutritionist. I'm not a nutritionist at all, but will end up lowering taxes in the future because you're not going to be having people to go to the doctor and getting all these subscriptions or prescriptions or anything like that. And overall, like, people won't necessarily, they'll feel better, they won't get sick, and heart disease will go down. All I have to do is just look this stuff up online. And it'll also go towards shifting tax policy. So it may go towards lowering taxes or shifting tax policy, where this money that was spent on healthcare will actually go towards other means and actual good resources for people, so that the government won't be spending as much on healthcare. I think in the States, like, it's almost half or something like that. So 50 cents out of every dollar that goes in taxes is just spent on healthcare, which is ridiculous. So yeah, it'll help lower taxes, or it'll shift the tax policy where or the people actually benefit a lot more from the taxes instead of just spending it on healthcare. Plant-based clinics and physicians. This is more something in the United States than here in Canada. In the United States, where it's more privatized healthcare than here in Canada, where it's more government regulated, but it is shifting more towards a plant-based plant-based resources here in Canada. The new Canada Health Food Guide has recommended to eliminate animal agriculture foods, like especially processed meats from your diet, dairy from your diet. It's recommended that you either lower that intake or just completely eliminate it in general. So Canada is shifting more towards a plant-based lifestyle and recommending it. The government is recommending it. While in the States, it's more of like a private practice where the government doesn't want to intrude on any of this sort of stuff. You know, they spend a lot of money on healthcare. I don't really understand that as much. I should do a bit more research into that. But plant-based clinics and physicians. So a lot of these startups that are in plant-based, like health insurance, as well as plant-based physicians and clinics, they need some investment and capital to get a startup, to help them get their products out there, to help them with marketing, and to help bring people into the door as well. So it's a great investment opportunity to go into those plant-based clinics and physicians. And that's only going to continue to grow as more people get educated on this topic, and more people do their own due diligence, and more people actually do some research into these topics. So your best bet is to both have a mix of of asking professionals, getting professionals advice and help, as well as proper research and a lot of scholarly articles if you're able to read them and whatnot. But a really good channel that goes over a lot of this stuff is Vegan Gains. A lot of people don't like vegan gains, but I really like him. I enjoy him. I love his controversy. I love his anger because it's just entertaining. But he also talks a bit about reversing chronic diseases and preventable diseases and death, just like how Dr. Michael Greger does. I advise you to go check out his channel as well. But those are three things to know before investing into wellness products and health insurance. So for staying to the end of this video, I would love to give away this free vegan investing book. So 5 ways to invest in vegan businesses and vegan startups. It's for free. Just have to click on the link down in the comment section and in the description down below. You can find it there. I've also partnered with a company called Vegan Launch, which I just mentioned inside of this video, where they will find all these different investments for you, so you can save time on looking for proper companies that are on the startup, and they actually will give you about like 5 or 6 different companies to invest in, just based on your portfolio and where you want to gear your money towards. And it's a great opportunity. Vegan Launch is a great company, and I would highly recommend that you check them out. I'll put their link in the comment section as well as the description down below. And if you found some value in this video and you love entrepreneurship, investing, and online digital marketing, I would highly advise you to hit the subscribe button, as well as leave me a like and comment down below on what kind of let me know what kind of changes you've had in your mindset on different wellness products and different positions and stuff. If you're vegan, is it easy for you to access a lot of information from professionals inside of the health industry? Or if you're non-vegan, have you ever kind of thought about going in and asking a plant-based physician on their opinion on your health and kind of helping you out with your longevity here on this wonderful planet that we're living on? And once again, my name is Evan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.